Hey guys, excuse the nighttime lighting. It is nighttime. I didn't want to turn the light on, and it's kind of late. I don't want it to be all bright right now. This isn't an ASMR video, which I do sometimes. This is just a normal talking video. I got off of work, and on this channel, I've kind of complained about my boss quite a bit. I have two videos that I deleted and two that are still up, different kind of grievances that pop up, and I vent about my boss on here, as a lot of people do. And the more recent one was him kind of scapegoating me for one of his mess ups, and someone actually commented Carmen will catch up to him, and I think it actually might have. And it's kind of bittersweet because I don't actually want the guy to lose his job. I just want him to act better. And today, his boss approached me and pulled me into her office and was kind of wondering what happened. And apparently, they lost money. They had to refund money to the client. And I believe the people in the email complained about him by name, but I can't prove that. They were telling me when I showed up that it was his fault, not to worry about it, etc., etc. His boss was telling me that I'm not in trouble, but I mean, that could be something that bosses say when you are in trouble. So I don't really know 100% there. There was a piece of paper she was showing me that says it should have been set up here, which was putting it on me. But I have two pieces of paper that say the opposite, and it says set up this if you can, and it's going to be set up the next day on his shift. So it's 2-1 in my favor, and it was communicated that it was on him, it was on his shift. I'm the night guy, he's the day guy, so it was on him 100%. All across the board, everyone is kind of unanimously agreeing there. And I really could have kind of stuck it to him and gave the pieces of paper to her and really kind of had like a home run, like a haha. I was right, he was wrong, and la-di-da, but I didn't do that. I didn't pull the trigger on him, and I've been here before, and I actually wrote a poem about this a long time ago, because I vent in different ways, but I don't think he's a bad guy, and I think if I was in his shoes, I would be very similar. He takes off early so he can spend time with his dog. I think he only has his dog. I've been in that exact situation where I've only had a dog, and it's hard to have pets and dogs and have people look after them, and you want to be with them. So I understand that, and I'm kind of taking him at the benefit of the doubt that he would do the same if he was in my shoes. I don't know if that's the case, because I've seen some evidence of the contrary, that he would throw me under the bus, and he has before. But at the same time, him and his coworker have also saved me from a Karen at one point, where there was just an insane lady who was trying to go over her booking by like half an hour, and I wouldn't let it because it would make me stay late, and also because she would have to pay extra if she was to do that. So I said no, and she kind of made it personal and tried to basically get me fired as like a vindictive thing, and they knew that she was doing that, and they stood up for me. But that was kind of behind the scenes. I don't know how it would be if push came to shove when it came to like his job, his livelihood, but I'm kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt. The one thing that kept coming to my mind is Snitch and Judas, if I was to pull that off and do that, because it would be like, what am I trying to accomplish here? One would be to take his job, and that reminded me of Judas. And two would be, if he's gone, it's like the devil you know type thing. Like, you don't know who they're going to put in there. It's like the war in Ukraine with Putin. If you get rid of Putin, they're going to put some fucking crazy ass motherfucker in there that's a million times worse. So those are my two trains of thought with this, is like, the new replacement could be worse and make the workplace extremely toxic, and she could be embarrassed that she let it go on for too long and really get like some Stalin ass guy in there. Or two, I try to weasel my way in and take that job, and I'd feel like some kind of snitch, rat, betrayer, Judas, and I don't think anyone there would respect me either if I did that. And then also the question mark to that is I could try and then be denied to say, hey, I've really worked hard. I know everything here. I could do the job better than he does. I don't know why you didn't notice me sooner. And she'd be like, nah, I don't want you. We're going to go with an outside hire. And that seems to be the narrative. So it almost seems to me with Class, like it seems a little bit like Class 2. That's the third thing, is because me and him are working class, and she's very well off, and she's kind of detached from the realities of things. So I don't think she's going to really be my friend or my ally here. And she could be the worse. If like he's gone and she's there, even like it could be worse that way too. So I had him in the crosshairs today, and I've had him in the crosshairs like 5-6 times, and I've never pulled the trigger. I feel like he's actually made fun of me and left notes on his coworker's desk, like laughing about me, like an actual like bullying note, like on her desk, like laughing at me. And I took a picture, and I was like, there's no HR there, but I could have did something with that. That was like a year ago, and I never did. Like and then the things that he kind of negotiates. There's one older lady that is kind of like, she does no-shows every now and again that's tolerated because she's like the informant for him. Like, it's bizarre. It's like a Sopranos episode of Janitorial. It's insane. And I've caught them doing shit like this 10 times. Like, I've had him probably at fireable offenses like 4 or 5 times. But then the question there is like, okay, well then let's say I am going to go and do the tattletale thing, and I go and tell on him, and they don't fire him, and then he gets vindictive and he fires me. So it's just a toxic place all around, and I really am kind of stressed about it now. Like, my hair is falling out in the back. I don't know if that's stress or if it's just my age or what's going on there, but like, I'm really getting stressed about this, and I probably shouldn't be, but I am. And the economy is going to shit really fast, and it's going to make all this toxic nonsense worse. It's going to make it way worse, and people are going to be at each other's throats like crazy. And then maybe if I save him, and I'm like, hey man, I had you in this, I saved you, maybe you can cut me a break here and there. Like, that's a thing too. But I don't want to be like that. Even would feel gross, like I'm some sort of blackmailer or something. And it's all this like fucking office politics bullshit games, man. And it's going to be the same anywhere. And you really need to work for yourself. And this YouTube channel is like a lottery ticket for me. Like, this is me attempting to work for myself, because I really don't have many marketable skills on a resume, and I'm like not good at math, like etc. etc. So I'm in a beggars can't be choosers type situation where I have to either tolerate this, or I need to shoot my shot for his job, basically. And I would feel like a dirty Judas if I did that. So it was kind of like a reality check for me. And like, sometimes we live on autopilot, I feel, a lot of the times. And once a year or something, there's actually a moment that's pivotal to your life, and you got to seize it or let it go. And I feel like I let it go today, and I felt like I let it go because of me not having answers to these things, being merciful. And I understand the guy, and I don't think he's evil. I think he's just exploiting a situation. He's spending time with his dog. I don't really care that much, but I do have the 2 pieces of paper in case they try to fire me over it. Then I can bring these 2 pieces of paper and say, well, see, I have evidence that this actually wasn't me. I can do it that way. But I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll just think, hey, this guy's an idiot. He screwed it up. He, like me, getting scapegoated. And my, like, whatever a reputation there will be lower than it is now. And it's already low because I'm the whipping boy scapegoat, that he's scapegoated me. Probably this is like the 10th time. So maybe I still have the option to go tomorrow, because I work tomorrow, and give her the papers and say, see. But for all the reasons that I just said, like, that doesn't guarantee me his job. That doesn't mean the next guy's going to be better. That doesn't, and if I get him fired and then everyone, he's kind of likable, like he's charismatic, then people are really not going to like me. So there's no fucking option here. There's nothing to do here. It's crazy. And there's other crazy parts today. I was dealing with this homeless guy today, and that was really disturbing too, because I was really being nice to him and I was letting him in the building, and he was just openly being disrespectful, putting on his headphones. I'm listening to music now, go away. And I was like, what are you fucking doing? I'm letting you in the building. You're not supposed to be in here. I could get you out of here right now, and you're treating me like shit. Like, I felt it was a weird day, and I didn't feel like fucking like either calling the cops or the security or trying to remove him myself with this homeless guy. And I know I'm going off to another thing here, but I'm going to finish this thought and I'm going to end the video. Because I recognize myself in this guy too. And that's maybe my problem, is I recognize myself into people. But he was he was there basically the same reason I am. I'm getting paid, but I'm there mainly because of the events and the people that come through, for my parasocial kind of relationships that I have with these people, is that I just want to be seen. I want to know what's happening in the city. It's like a community center type thing. And I want to talk to people, and I want to just be included. And he was basically trying to be included too. He was talking to people about different things, and he went on his computer for the music for a bit, and he was doing the same thing I was doing. He was being disrespectful. He wasn't getting paid. He had no reason to be there. But I mean, like, I'm pulling my weight there because I'm working, but I still saw myself in what he was doing, and I didn't feel like pulling the trigger on him either. So I had the opportunity to drop the hammer on two people, one above me and one below me, and I didn't drop the hammer on either of them. And I think I'm going to get a big middle finger from both of them. And the homeless guy, I know he's hanging out. He might be selling crack. Like, he's hanging out with like crackheads at the library. He knows my face. He's seen me at the library, so I might actually, get beat up or threatened over. Like, I'd fight back. So I don't want to say beat up. I don't want to make myself sound like a punk, but threatened or jumped over minimum wage. After all what I've just described. But I didn't actually want to kick him out. I just wanted to talk to him, and he kept saying go away, and I was kind of just making it known, like, hey man, I'm letting you stay in here. And he kind of was getting confrontational. But anyways, that's a different story. This was my ramble, my rant about work, and I don't know what I should do. This isn't like a really like a long Reddit post. I don't want to be like the Reddit guy here, but like I'm that was just my experience from today. I don't know where to go with that. But anyways, thanks for watching if you did, and peace out. Bye.